And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 75, was Robocop actually a documentary after all? Why Indonesia might be off your vacation list if you're unmarried. Plus, you won't like Santa Claus when he's angry. In this week's movie review. Well, and more coming up. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man in San Fran. It's Mr. Kush. Hey, my God, my introduction went so long, the music's gone, but there you go. What's up, Kush?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you with the best part of Wednesdays. It is the original Waffle Box, and you shall accept no substitutions. Mike Fish, how has your week been since we last spoke, bro?
It's, same old. We know weekend goes too fast. I did, though, on Friday, invest in this year's 2022 edition of the Fish Household Christmas tree. That was fun.
Okay, all right.
A nice, fresh one from the, the guy said it was fresh. I'm pretty sure he says that to all the women. But yeah, it's now stinking up the house with that fresh pine. Was it pine? I don't know. Christmas tree smell. It's nice. Put the lights on. That's pretty much it. And then the weekend went too fast, and now it's raining all the bloody time. That's nice. My week. How was yours?
We were avoiding the rain all weekend as well. Otherwise, just sat back, relaxed. Sat through Netflix's Glow series for another turn, and yeah, man, I know it's been like 3 years, but yeah, I really wish we could have got that season 4 in. That would have been. Probably would have been pretty fantastic. Like, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, man. Dude, this thing with Kanye West, I know we were never ever gonna talk about him. I guess it was like something epic, but like he did it. Like he's like, yeah, man. Me and the HITLER, dude, we're tight.
Yes. It's obviously a horrible story, but you know what? I must admit, I'm a horrible human being. It did make me chuckle a little bit.
Beyond bizarre.
Because
yeah, you should laugh.
Because what I love for the fact is that our old friend, the only man that we, the number 2 person we talk about most, Elon Musk, the only person less than Kanye West. Obviously, he bought Twitter. And he was like, Twitter should be the land of free speech. Everyone should be able to feel comfortable saying whatever they want. I'm not going to ban people. In fact, I'm going to unban people. Free speech for everyone. You get free speech. You get free speech. You get free speech. Kanye West, here's a swastika. I love the hit. I love the Nazis. Oh, no free speech for you, Kanye West. Jesus Christ. You had to ruin it for everyone, didn't you? What the fuck? Like... Yeah, unless you didn't know, Kanye West, or I'm assuming it's Kanye West, because he also, he looked like, what's that guy from the bad guy from G.I. Joe?
Oh, Cobra Commander?
Yeah, he kind of looked like a really poor man's Cobra Commander in this like all over black mask thing. Maybe it was really cold in Alex Jones's office. I don't know. But yeah, he talked about how the Nazis get a bad rep. Hitler had some good redeeming qualities, didn't he?
I have thoughts about the Black Mask. So if you'll allow me a moment, I think
go for it.
I think he knows he's gonna want to walk this back in the near to late future, and when he does, he's gonna that could be anyone in that mask. Like, that's not me. Those aren't my words. You never see me say that. That's not me. Look, that could be anybody in that mask. In that puffy oversized jacket.
They could have used old recordings of my voice because I'm a recording genius. I'm an icon.
Alex Jones and his mad scientist engineers replicated that whole thing just to make him look good. I'm making that prediction now.
Well, yeah, because I saw some of the clips and I was shocked to even wow, Kanye West is talking so much crazy shit. Even Alex Jones is like, "Hey, shall we change the subject? Let's not talk about this."
I think we got through like a whole 3 months without talking about Kanye.
No, it definitely wasn't 3 months. I wish it was 3 months.
Oh, was it less?
Oh, I'm
it felt
sure
like so
it
much
was.
longer. There's
It was
just so much
probably
other stuff
3
I wanted to
weeks.
talk about that we were like just like ah. But, well, congrats, Kanye. You got us talking about you again.
We're this close to just introducing a whole new segment of the show of here's what Kanye did this week. But yeah, so he's been banned again from Twitter because he just posted a swastika.
Yeah,
and I always hate. You always get the same.
I know everyone's trying to make a point that Elon Musk is being a hypocrite, but yeah, I don't care. Ban him, just ban him. Like
sometimes it's not a bad thing to be a hypocrite.
I don't care. In this one single isolated case, I don't care. Ban him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Who cares if he's being a hypocrite? He made the right decision.
Apparently, a lot of people. It's a weird thing that keeps getting brought up. But I thought it was going to be free speech for everybody. So I don't. Yeah,
I think a lot of the comments or the replies I saw, I think they were tongue in cheek, as if to say maybe this whole quote unquote free speech wasn't such a good idea. Elon,
everyone's a comedian. I get it.
The ones that get me is always the ones defending Kanye West, and they're like, "Well, technically, the swastika used to be a Hindu symbol for peace." Oh, motherfucker, you know that's not why he posted that.
That's why he did not post. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, although that might be. Oh no, I was just Googling Hindu symbol for peace, and that's what came up. Sorry, my bad. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Bad. He's gonna walk that back into his he's gonna put that in his walk back speech as well. Not only is that not me, but when I posted that, I thought it was a Hindu symbol for peace, and I was trying to make peace with the Jews. Hello, this thing on.
Next week on Waffle Box is Dumb World Record of the Week. Fastest way to lose a fortune.
This is a good way to do it.
Kanye West. There's gonna be some really interesting documentaries about him. I mean, there's always a couple, but
probably
this shit's gonna get wild. I feel this is the tip of the iceberg.
He might be a little too over, but like, yeah, Oliver Stone, I can see him making a really fascinating Kanye doc, or just even a biopic.
It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. It's getting messy.
I feel it's going to get messier.
Yeah.
So until next week.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Let's see what he does this. Speaking of lighter news, lighter affair, let's lighten the mood a little bit on Waffle Box. And let's talk about Indonesia's new laws that they've brought into place. So let's just say if you are a single guy or gal, or you just you're looking for a nice place to take your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, and you're thinking, Indonesia looks nice. Well, perhaps you might want to rethink that, or maybe if you booked your tickets, let's try to get that refund, because Indonesia this week are expected to pass a new criminal law that will punish sex outside of the marriage with imprisonment of 1 year.
Wow.
So
how are they going to prove that I'm not married to this person I'm having sex with?
Well, it'd be the other way around, I guess. Maybe you have to always carry your marriage certificate around. I don't know.
My passport while I'm having sex? While I'm having sex?
So you're gonna have to wear a fanny pack with all your essentials in to make sure.
That thing that you hang around your neck?
A lanyard, yeah, with your marriage. It's okay. Just slapping against your chest. So
I put my marriage certificate on a medallion. See, I'm super legit.
Normally,
it looks like when I'm having sex with my medallion.
Normally, whenever I try to pronounce a name, that looks hard to pronounce. Normally, I preamble that with, I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong, but you know what? Fuck this guy. Bang Wurianto, a politician involved in the draft, said the code could be passed as early as next week. The law, if passed, would apply to Indonesian citizens and foreigners alike. Plus, there's more. Punishment for adultery can only take effect if there are parties who lodge complaints to the authorities. So there you go. So this is adultery as well. So if you're cheating your wife or husband, you're fucked as well. For those who are married, the party entitled to lodge the complaint is the perpetrator's husband or wife. Yeah, who else would it be? The law also allows the parents of unmarried people to report them for having sex.
Damn, Indonesia's going to genocide itself.
Even more. There's more. If you buy now, there's free shipping on the second one. I don't know. Cohabitation, which basically means living together, before marriage will also be banned, and those convicted could face a 6-month prison sentence. So just for like living in the same house.
Isn't living together prison enough? But
hey-oh. The old ball and chain.
Is this thing on? Hello.
But what I love is so business groups in Indonesia have expressed concern.
Yeah, we have
my God.
We need
corporations having a heart. They're saying that, hey, why are we putting people in prison for a year just for having sex before marriage? This is wrong, right? This is wrong. What do the business groups say about this? They express concern that this might ruin Indonesia's image as holiday and investment destination. Oh, okay. So they're worried about the bottom line there. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun.
Well, they're worried about the bottom line, but their clients come to Indonesia for all the sex trafficking.
No, I guess is that
allegedly.
Our lawyers have told us to say. What the fuck? I get like different cultures and different whatever, but why? Who is gonna like squill, knock? Oh, yeah, my mate Dave. He had sex with Tracy.
Yeah, how are you gonna prove that if you're dropping a dime? Like, how do you prove that?
I don't know. Still, what the fuck? What the fuck, Indonesia?
Well, the good news is it was already ridiculously hot or humid, so I was never gonna go there in the first place. So yeah, this doesn't affect me. But yeah, good luck with all this, Indonesia. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking.
Now all your tourism is just gonna be boring married couples. Way to go. It's gonna be shit. But there you go. Don't
break
go to
is
Indonesia.
not gonna be the same.
To each their own, but my advice, Mike Fish says no. Fuck that shit. Speaking, another thing, fuck that shit. This is the main thing. This is the main topic of tonight's show, because this is my worst nightmare. I hope it's your worst nightmare.
Spiders descending on me while I'm masturbating.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. You did mention that before. You've mentioned that almost as many times as we've talked about Kanye West. That's fantastic.
That is not true.
That is not true. So San Francisco, your neck of the woods, old Cushy Hayes.
A local story.
They're trying to turn Robocop into a documentary. Now, San Francisco have signed off to say that police are now permitted to deploy robots equipped with explosives in extreme circumstances to kill people. Like, have they not seen any movie with a robot ever? Have they not seen Terminator? Have they not seen The Matrix? This is the beginning of the end, Kush.
Well, it's definitely not an artificial intelligence situation. However,
that you think.
No, I'm pretty sure this is at least not this version. But
how do you know? You know, 1 minute we're just enjoying our life, next minute, no, you wake up and you're being strangled by the toaster.
What's that from?
Oh, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I just made it up because I'm a comical genius like Kanye.
Jesus, I don't know. Yeah, man, I think this is for more extreme situations, but like we don't have those in San Francisco. We don't have those RoboCop-esque gunshots, gun battles, down at Fisherman's Wharf. It's never been a thing. At least not yet.
Not indeed, not yet. But you saw how it began, with the old ED 209 from Robocop. This is going to be a great robot. It's going to be, it's going to kill bad people. And then on a snap of a dime,
but
it went
but
nuts.
they made the Ed 209 because there was literally just like domestic terrorism happening every day. Like you could literally just walk out, go Tuesday, and then get shot in the head on your doorstep. Like that's how extreme that shit was going on in that particular movie. Like it's like there's a lot of gnarly stuff happening here in San Francisco, but nothing to that degree where we need a bomb carrying robot. So yeah, this is
I don't
definitely
think we're taking this
worrisome.
seriously enough, Kush, if I'm quite honest.
I mean, I'm processing it all still. Like this information is 3 minutes fresh. So
Also, I know it's technically called the Ed 209, but it just
enforcement droid.
makes me laugh to call it the ED 209 because it sounds like it's named after erectile dysfunction.
Happy coincidence. Happy coincidence.
Well, now, whenever I'm driving, I always have Vietnam style flashbacks. But I'm driving in the car, listening to the radio, and they go, "Do you suffer from ED?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it's finally come to life." Nope, turns out they're talking about limp dicks. Okay. Anyway, so the city's police, the SFPD, told the BBC that they do not currently operate any robots equipped with lethal force. They said, though, that there may be a future scenario in which lethal force could be used by a robot. A spokesperson for the police said robots could potentially be equipped with explosive charges to breach fortified structures containing violent, armed, or dangerous subjects. They also said robots could be used to incapacitate, quote unquote, or disorientate violent, armed, or dangerous suspects who pose a risk to the loss of life. See, it all sounds nice now, but all it takes is one little glitch in the coding, and then suddenly, like iRobot, you seen that?
Yeah, I saw the iRobot.
Suddenly, that police robot is going, "Oh no, I am a nice robot. I'm trying to help you, police officer." JK, and it turns around, starts shooting everyone, and it starts getting its friend. All the other robots that the police have maybe not treated nice, like the vending machine. Whenever the snacks get stuck and they keep punching it, it's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna punch you back now, motherfucker. And it's just gonna go crazy. And the coffee machine scolding people in the face. The robots, they're coming for us, Kush. Who you need to, pay attention.
Suppose you better get yourself a gun then, Mike.
Open your eyes.
Better get yourself an American-made gun.
Now I'm going to get one of those. What's it from the Matrix?
You need to get
that thing where you push the button and it just destroys all electricity.
An EMP.
Yep, gonna get one of them for Christmas.
Okay. Well, that's gonna take out the Wi-Fi if you do that.
I'll be off the grid though.
Well, you'll be very off the grid, you and the rest of your neighbors.
Then, what if before I do that, I encase the router in like a lead box?
Ooh. And it would have to be some pretty dense lead.
And then once all the robots are dead, we can record another Waffle Box, and I'll tell you about the experience.
I mean, the electricity is also still out, so you might have to walk out of town because the car don't work either. But yeah, I'd love to hear all about it.
Well, to be honest, if it's going to happen to anyone, it's going to happen to you first because San Francisco.
Yeah, but I think all the robots are being stored in like Secaucus.
Why Secaucus of all places?
Because it's the only name I can remember.
That's close by to me.
You might want to get a gun, an American-made gun. You might want to get a gun for each finger on your hands, buddy.
I love the fact that Secaucus was the closest place you could think of, other than New York City.
Yeah, well, they're not hiding anything in New York.
No,
There's no,
there's no
there's
room.
no room in New York. What the fuck are you thinking?
Never going back to Secaucus again. Not that I ever went there. I don't know what's in Secaucus. Other than
The storage houses filled with robots coming to kill you.
it's the beginning of the end, Kush.
No, well, at least it happened at the end of the year.
Why would you want it to happen at the end of the year? It's going
Well,
to ruin
better than
Christmas.
the beginning of the year.
At least wait,
Ah.
yeah.
It's going to be like on the 20, sometime between the 26th and the 29th. All right. How about that?
I'll allow it. Because then it means I don't have to go back to work after Christmas.
All right.
Swings and roundabouts.
Silver lining. Silver lining.
Ay, ay, ay. So the story continues. Advocates for the measure said that it would only be used in extreme situations. Opponents, however, say the authority could lead to further militarization of the police force. The measure passed with an amendment on Tuesday specifying that officers could only use robots Let's start that again. Said specifically that officers could only use robots wielding deadly force after employing alternative de-escalation tactics first. The board also stipulated that only a limited number of high-ranking officers could authorize its use. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Once it's on, it's on. We're all dead. That's
one of America's most liberal, progressive cities has now swung the opposite direction and is now becoming a conservative lockdown state. That's fascinating. I mean, it would have to so. Of course, the population would outman its police force, but like now, homeless people there's like 5 homeless people for every cop in the city. Like they'll have no control over that. Wow.
scary. One good thing from this story, though, is that I've learned of a new group of people. Is that so? Dr. Catherine Connolly from the group, and this is what Dr. Catherine Connolly has named their group. Stop Killer Robots. I should be a member. I think I might sign up.
It doesn't roll off the tongue very well, but it does get the point across. You at least know what it stands for.
I don't know, that nice fashionable t-shirt, SKR. I'm part of SKR. It sounds like a part of a gang.
Stop Killer. Sounds like some little pop band for like 12-year-olds. Like gym class heroes.
Yeah. Stop Killer Robots. Come to live to the stage.
Fallout
maybe
Boy.
Stop Killer Robots. Maybe they're the warm-up act for Mpox.
They're warming up. Oh, Mpox. Yes.
That's what we call a callback, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, but Catherine says it's a slippery slope. I agree, Catherine. I agree. Well, hopefully,
scary times.
Hopefully, Kush returns next week for episode 76. Stay away from the robots, Kush. I warned you.
Well, hopefully if I can't make it, hopefully my hologram will.
But that's a robot. It's gonna derail the whole show on purpose because it's evil.
It's still gonna be me. It's just my consciousness uploaded into the cloud.
So you're gonna trust that kind of machine? I don't know.
I trust something.
I think it's going to manipulate. It's going to use your consciousness to trick other people to trust you, and then they're dead. Yeah, I'm your friendly neighbor, Kush Hayes. Whack!
Krav Maga.
I don't know.
A robot punch.
Knows karate or something, but pow. Oh, anyway, there's a. Oh, that's kind of a heavy first half of the show. Jesus. Oof. Let's talk about some happier times. Let's talk about.
Dude, we talked about Kanye the Nazi, and we talked about no sex in Indonesia. Now killer robots running through San Francisco and Secaucus.
And Secaucus. Don't forget Secaucus. Shout out to Secaucus.
Shout out to Secaucus.
Secaucus. Killer Robot Crew.
Frank Secaucus for governor in 2025.
Thank you for voting for Governor Bot 5000. You are all now my slaves. I mean constituents.
Oh.
Anyway. Let's talk about some humans for a change. Because so far we haven't really touched on them yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked about a lot of monsters.
A lot of monsters. Now some good, healthy, wholesome human beings out there doing things, out there breaking records. And this week there's a whole bunch of them. In this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Okay.
Que paso?
To Mexico City we go. This week
Okay.
I double checked actually where it was before I dived into it. Mexico City itself is a record breaker. So Mexico City broke the Guinness World Record for most people participating in a 45-minute trampoline fitness class.
Oh, wow. What was the number?
So, wow, this is again, right. I do wish the Guinness World Record, when they type up their little notes for these press releases, I do wish they would go into a little bit more information, because
Really?
trust me, when I read this next paragraph, you're going to be like, fuck the actual world record. I want to know where this goes. So, Claudia Scheinbaum, head of the Mexico City government, announced on Twitter that the event successfully broke the Guinness World Record for largest such class on Sunday in Mexico City's Plaza de Plinth. Organizers said that more than 4,000 people bounced on trampolines for the full time during the class, but 130 participants were disqualified, leaving a total 3,935. And that's the end. That's the end of the story. What? How do you get disqualified from a trampoline class? I
think
need
you
to
fall
know.
off the trampoline. I believe you fall off the trampoline.
Well, no, it says more than 4,000 people bounced on the trampolines for the full time during the class.
Yeah,
So,
they had 4,000 individual trampolines.
no, more than 4,000 people. So more than 4,000 people were bouncing on trampolines for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
130 of them were then deemed apparently disqualifiable.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tell me why. Like, were
fell
they
off the trampoline?
No. Why would they fall off? No, they were on for the fifth time, Kush. They were on the trampoline for the full 45 minutes.
Until they got disqualified for falling off the trampoline.
Fucking hate you. See, this is Kush's robot version. Just sent here to piss me off.
No.
They couldn't have fell off, because if they did fall off, they wouldn't have been on the trampoline for the full 45 minutes.
No, the 39-35 people were on there for the full 45 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to read this again. Organizers said that more than 4,000 people bounced on the trampolines for the full time, i.e. 45 minutes. 4,000 is more than 3,900. So therefore, the 130 participants that got disqualified were on the fucking trampolines for 45 fucking minutes.
I fell off.
Hey, you right now?
I mean, how do you think they got disqualified?
I don't know. I was going to do a bit. Now I'm too angry. I don't know. I was going to do a bit about, steroids or some shit. And now I'm like,
I mean, they might have been on steroids when they fell off.
now I'm flustered.
Maybe that's why they fell off. They bounced too high. And then they went, whoa. Fell off. Maybe they're doing steroids while they were bouncing.
Well, I just got pricks all over them. I can't find a bang. No. This is why we can't have nice things. That's what I'm saying. Well, congratulations to 3,935 people that legally bounced on a trampoline for 45 people without falling off. And 730 people way to waste your afternoon, knobheads. I don't know how you say that in Spanish, but I'm sure they get the message.
Pico cabeza.
I don't think that's right, but thanks for trying.
All right.
Anyway, I need to cool off. I need to take a break. Still to come on this week's Waffle Box, episode 75. My God, that's 3/4 of a century. It's so old right now. Still to come. We have the middle of the show quiz. We have the trapdoor segment where we've reached the letter I. Kush Hayes is going to have a movie review for Violent Night, starring that guy from Stranger Things, and so much more. But stick around. What? Let's see your piece.
Let's see you after. We'll be back after these messages, kids.
Kush Hayes.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Now a world of magic is in your hands.
Hey, stop! Dragon breath!
Panasonic presents Omnimovie, a camera and video recorder in one. Capture magic moments forever.
Get a close-up, Joe.
Yeah. Omnimovie uses full-size VHS tapes, plays Hollywood movies or your own.
Here's right, Santa.
Don't miss a single Omnimovie magic moment from Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box episode 75. Still to come. Don't make Santa angry. You won't like him when he's angry. In this week's movie review, Violent Night, starring that police officer. What is his name?
David Harbour.
David Harbour. There we go. Good for him. Also, he was in a Marvel movie that he was the stepfather of her.
Yeah,
I'm really good at names.
It's okay. It's all right.
Do you know what? I didn't like that movie.
It was only okay.
I wouldn't mind it if it was kind of like came earlier.
It should have came earlier.
But the fact that she was already dead, spoiler, kind of like, why do I care about her? Because she's dead. I don't like. No offense to dead people, but it's not like I'm going to invest in this character and then she's not going to be in any more movies because she's dead. Stupid.
Oopsie doodle.
Stupid. Anyway, we are back. Middle of the show quiz. It's the middle of the show. So that's why we're going to do the middle of the show quiz right now. This week's subject, since we have been talking about the killer robots going to come take us all over. This week's quiz is about killer robots in movies. If you haven't joined us before, where have you been? 75 episodes in. Who starts episode 75?
Feel coming.
But welcome. Take a seat. Drink them if you got them. Smoke them if you got them. What I do is I ask Kush Hayes 5 questions and no more than 5 questions. Aim of the game is obviously to get at least 3 out of 5 to win the game. If he gets a question correct, he hears this noise. And that makes him happy. Not that he deserves to be happy this week. Just derailing the whole fucking show. And if he gets the question wrong, he hears this noise. Which makes him sad. Well, are you ready, Kush Hayes?
I'm ready.
Let the question begin. Question number 1. In the first movie, from which year did the Terminator and Kyle Reese travel back from?
2029.
Oh, he said that with some convictions. That's soon. See?
Mm-hmm.
It all starts
on the
now.
horizon.
San Francisco's starting it. Now already, you know, by the time 7 years, they're popping back.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 2. That's what the robots sound like. Question number 2. In I, Robot, what is the name of the NS5 prototype that built by Dr. Lanning that feels emotions? It was Sunny. Hold on. Question number 3. In 2014's Ex Machina, what is the name of the humanoid robot played by Alicia Vikander?
I actually didn't see this movie. I don't know. Clarissa?
Does she explain it all?
I hope so. She's a robot.
Oh, it was Ava.
Ava.
But
Sure.
No, that's going to mean anything if it was in it. Question number 4. Which robots crash land into prehistoric Earth in the Ark and the Nemesis?
The Transformers. The Autobots and Decepticons.
Correct, Mundo. Question number 5. Name the movie where Hugh Jackman builds and trains his own boxer robot.
Real Steel, baby.
You win.
Whoa, that was 4 out of 5, Kush. That's your best for a while. You're getting back.
Yeah, that was really good. It's a shame I haven't seen Deuce Machina. Ex Machina. Sexy robot lady.
What did you first call? Deuce Bigelow Robotic Gigolo.
Derp.
Filthy man. Nice one. 4 out of 5. So there you go. That was his middle of the show quiz. Nice and easy.
Middle
nice
of the
and
show
simple.
quiz.
Middle of the show. Oh, that was the. What was the old one? Let's see if I. Oh no, I lost it, didn't I? That was the sexy lady intro. When I switched over computers, I lost it. The old one. If you go back to old Waffle boxes, there's a sexy lady that was like middle of the show quiz. But now we just have good dancing music. Make it rain. Now, let's get warmed up for the robots. Let's start doing their job because it's now time for this week's Trapdoor segment.
Oh. I was like, pow, 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 pow.
Let's talk over the jingle. Jesus. So Trapdoor segment is now. Well, what?
I'm ready.
I didn't fall off the fucking trampoline. So the Trapdoor segment. For those who don't know, now you know. What we do here is I give Kush his 4 celebrity names, all beginning with a different letter. This week we're on the letter I. And what Kush has to do is decide between which 4 gets sent down the trapdoor. Oh, that rhymed. I like that. Maybe I have to try to use that weekly. That can be my new thing. It's nice and simple, but most importantly, he has to respect the exercise and show his workings. So this week's 4 contestants to the trapdoor are Ice Cube.
Oh no.
Idris Elba.
Oh no.
Ian McKellen. And Mr. Iggy Pop. Who's got a lust for a life. Dun, 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 who's most famous for being somehow probably skinnier than me, but dancing around with his top off all the time. God bless that man.
Isn't Iggy Pop already dead?
I can hope not.
Oh. Oh, well. He
I'm
will
not
be
going to
soon.
Google it. Because as soon as I start, because the soundboard, as soon as I start typing, you're going to have like 20 jingles all going up at the same time, and it's going to go mad. Oh, for those listening, Kush is currently
Iggy
talking
Pop
to
is
Alexa.
still alive.
Yeah.
Good for you, Iggy Pop.
You win.
Get it, Iggy.
I'm a street walking panther with a heart of napalm, or something like that. Yeah.
Ah, I'm so happy. See, like that, I assumed he was alive. Then I thought he was dead. Now I'm just happy he's still alive again. What a roller coaster of emotions.
Or is he? After this trapdoor segment.
Now you've just spoke to Alexa. She's going to send the robots to Iggy Pop.
So, Ice Cube, he is my favorite rapper, actor, producer, entrepreneur. The guy does a little bit of everything. He's The Rock, but like 20 inches shorter. And yeah,
Whoa!
There's no way we're getting rid of Mr. Ice Cube.
Whoa!
The African American you love to hate. We're not getting rid of him.
Whoa! Stop. Pause.
Pausing.
Now, I have full respect for Mr. Ice Cube. He's done a lot more. He's achieved way more than I probably ever bloody well will.
Most definitely.
What is he doing where you're comparing him to Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
He's been making movies for the last 25 years. He's got his own sports franchise. He has his own production company.
What's his sports franchise?
He owns the three ball league, the basketball league.
NBA?
No, not the NBA. The other team.
The other team?
Yeah, man. It's a whole other franchise that plays after the NBA season now.
There's another basketball league? Oh, off he goes. Talking to Alexa again. Are you thinking of like XFL, like football? I don't know. Is there another basketball league? Look at him.
It's called the Big Three. All right. It's
Never
3-on-3
fucking
basketball.
heard of it. Never
It's been
fucking
going
heard
on.
of
It started a whole year before COVID started.
You are making that up.
I am not.
Well, okay. So how much did he pay for that franchise? Like $50?
No, quite nearly $1 billion to put that together. Yeah, man. That's a whole thing.
$1 billion?
Nearly.
Does he own the whole league or just a team?
I'm sure he has partners and all that, but yeah, it's his project. Plus, he has Cube Vision. He's always making TVs and movie, and he's yeah, man, does this whole thing.
Does he have his
own? The only thing
tequila?
he's not as a pro wrestler. He has his own weed line. I know that.
Oh, who doesn't at this point?
Well, who doesn't have their own tequila either?
Me.
Well, whose problem is that? Get on it, Mike Fish. That's your New Year's resolution for 2023. You're making your own line of tequila.
I've got like a brew my own beer kit that wifey got me last year for Christmas. I haven't touched it. I really should get onto that.
We're gonna have to modify it for tequila. We're gonna get some agave, and then we're gonna call it Manchester United tequila.
Fuck you.
West Ham United tequila.
There we go.
West Ham tequila. West tequila.
We are this close to 100 episodes, and you're just trying to ruin our relationship.
I mean, considering we're only having this Siskel and Ebert thing today after 75 episodes, it's pretty great.
I know. Anyway, so Ice Cube, fine, he does some stuff.
Ice Cube's sticking around.
Spent $1 billion on a league that I've never even heard of.
Oh, that's whose fault? You don't follow basketball.
Well, no, because I'm not. I'm not one of these people who I see him all the time on Twitter and things like that, who claim just because they don't know about it, then no one must know about it. And that's just ignorant. However, if this man has spent $1 billion or so, I'd have heard a rumbling. Oh, would you stop talking to Alexa? It's rude. You're ignoring the listeners and the viewers and me. What? What did Alexa say? That was so
she said she doesn't
interesting.
like you, Mike. She said, "Shut up, Mike."
Don't worry, Siri's got my back.
Yeah. Anyway, Idris
Anyway.
Elba. How dare you even put that man on this list? He is a global treasure, not just a national treasure. He belongs to the earth. Idris Elba, you're not going anywhere, pal. You're staying right where you are.
Are you like, are you insinuating that one of these people doesn't belong to the earth? Are you insinuating
No.
that one of these people are aliens?
Well, one of these people does belong to the trapdoor, and we've already declared it's not Ice Cube or Idris Elba.
Nope.
Now,
Does he
is
own
it Ian
hockey
McKellen?
league?
Is it Iggy Pop? Does he own a hockey league? He might.
He spent $2 billion on his ice hockey league called the Two Sticks.
2 sticks and a jump kick.
HE double hockey sticks. That's what it's called. It's a hell of a game.
Made Mike Fish so upset tonight, folks. It's quite hilarious. So Iggy Pop, I don't know. The man is like made out of nicotine and heroin. Like I fear if he gets near an open flame, he'll just burst into fire and probably get everybody in the room high. But Ian McKellen's also like, I don't know, 95. What if we gave him a dignified sending off just to the trap door? Like it really is just a flip of the coin. Oh, look, here's a coin.
I was looking for a coin now. Why don't you ask Alexa for a coin?
Alexa, did you have a coin? Thank you. Okay. So heads, Ian McKellen, tails, Iggy Pop. So long, Ian McKellen.
Oh, the coin has spoken.
Coin has spoken.
Well, to be fair, he's probably not going to be doing anything more interesting. He's definitely not doing any more X-Men movies.
No more Harry Potter movies. No more Lord of the Rings. He should just retire. In fact, we retired him.
Whereas Iggy Pop, I still feel he's got like probably another 10 albums in him. Energetic little bastard. Anyway, fair long.
Creepy.
Fair long, so long. Farewell. I'll be there saying goodbye. Ian McKellen. And that was Trapdoor segment. That's enough of that fun and games. Let's talk about Santa Claus. It's Christmas. Christmas is fast approaching. It is, as we speak, Wednesday, December 7th. So you've only got, 18 days left. Hope you got your gifts. Hope you're done with shopping. Hope you got turkey or whatever you eat at Christmas Day. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then you got 17 days until Sunday.
That math adds up.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about some Christmas movies this week. It stars David Harbour, apparently. And it's Violent Night. Get it? It's a play on Silent Night, Violent Night. And Kush is going to tell you all about it in this week's Kush's movie review.
Kush's movie review.
Violent Nights, starring lots of people.
Lots of peoples. It's
John Leguizamo. Say it for me.
John Leguizamo. This is the second time in 3 weeks we've
I was
talked
going
about
to
Johnny
say,
Legs.
he's getting about recently. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good
for him indeed.
It's a funny guy.
Legs always in demand.
Do you remember him? He was in is it Romeo and Juliet? Oh, how young he looked.
Mm-hmm.
Now he looks.
If you go check out Kush and Kai like 55, and we talk about one of his first starring roles, Hanging with the Homeboys.
Ooh.
It's a night in the life type movie. John Leguizamo and 3 other friends, including Mario Joyner and Doug E. Doug, go around New York and New Jersey and Manhattan for a full night of laughs, escapade, cries, and smiles. There's some debauchery. Shit goes crazy. And they discover a little bit about themselves too. But we're not talking about Hanging with the Homeboys. You'll have to check out Kush and Kai for that one. We're talking about Violent Night. As you might imagine, it's a hard R. Okay? That means don't bring your children to it. It's 1 hour and 52 minutes. And you know what? Normally, time is like my biggest critique in one of these films. 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, yeah, the time did not affect anything for me.
Sorry, before you get into the review, it just reminded me.
Mhm.
So our good friends over at the Not a Strong Start movie podcast,
I'm familiar
they
with them.
just did a recent episode where they listed their 10 points of what makes a Christmas movie, right?
Okay.
You kind of have a checklist, and they deemed that a movie had to hit 8 of the 10 points for it to be classed a Christmas movie, right? Go check out the podcast. I'm not going to obviously go through all 10 here, but one of the points was they have to make mention of something Christmassy, like in terms of a phrase that they have to say, Merry Christmas, ho, 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 Santa Claus, blah, 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 at least like 10 plus times.
10 plus times. Wow.
For it to get that checkbox. And my memory does not serve me well, so I can't remember which of the fine fellows said it, but when they used to say, like, for example, Santa Claus and ho, 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 one of them said, wait, does that mean Hustle and Flow is a Christmas movie? And it made me chuckle.
I can see why. You didn't tell it very well, but I can see why that's funny.
Fuck you. Well, go listen to the bloody podcast. Anyway, back to Violent Night. With the hard
directed by Tommy Wirkola. You probably don't know that name, but I bet you've seen a couple of his movies. He did that Hansel and Gretel movie with Jeremy Renner about a decade plus ago. I did not see that, but he did 2 fantastic foreign films, Dead Snow and Dead Snow 2, Red versus Dead. Did you see either of those, Mike?
They're on my to-do list.
Zombie Nazis.
Ooh.
A bunch of Norwegian kids on a little holiday up in the mountains to do some skiing and smoke some weed and make sex with the ladies. They accidentally unearth a bunch of zombie Nazis, and all hell breaks loose. And
imagine Kanye West watching that. I hate
Kanye
zombies.
West would love this movie,
but I like Nazis. Whose side am I on?
He would have a field day with Red versus Dead. But as we mentioned, this stars John Leguizamo, who's the second time we've mentioned him in 3 weeks. Stars Miss Beverly D'Angelo from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and the other vacation films as well.
Legend.
And Alexis Louder, who was the best part of a movie called Cop Shop that we reviewed early in the Waffle Box days. She surprisingly does not do a lot in this film, which is weird because she does so many fantastic stunts in the other film. And then, of course, we mentioned Santa Claus himself, David Harbour, who you said was in Stranger Things, which I've still never seen. He was also in Black Widow, and he tried to do Hellboy 3, which I understand is fine, but nobody saw it, and I was one of them.
I think I saw that on like a TV network. It was on TV once, or it might be it might have been like on one of those free channels you get on the Roku. I don't think it might be the Roku
like
channel,
Pluto TV or
something like that. And I just stuck it on. It wasn't bad, but yeah, I wouldn't have paid money to see it at the movie theater. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I am a sucker for a Hellboy movie. I do, even though they're all pretty bad. It is an interesting character.
Yeah. I saw the first Hellboy.
Also features Nazis.
I didn't hate it. Yeah. Nazis, great villains. Yeah, we need more Nazis to.
Maybe that's what Kanye West was trying to get at. Hey, Nazis aren't, they have some redeeming qualities. They're very good at baddies in movies. Maybe
it's the only reason why you go to see Indiana Jones. You'll want to see that old man punch out a Nazi. It's very satisfying. Very satisfying.
I feel that somehow I'm going to have to incorporate Nazis into the title of this podcast, but I kind of don't want to. But
no, don't do that. I highly, as your lawyer, I sincerely recommend you do not do that. So here's a story for Violent Night. Families get together. Very rich and wealthy families getting together for Christmas Eve. And then they are home invaded by John Leguizamo and a bunch of mercenaries and or whatever bad guys. And they're trying to get all the money out of the vault. And here's a twist. someone's already stolen the money, Mike.
Oh, don't you hate it when that happens?
John Leguizamo sure does. And just as John Leguizamo was about to start snapping fingers and poking out eyeballs, Santa Claus just happened to be in the neighborhood, and well, he didn't want any trouble, but trouble found him. And sure enough, Santa Claus goes to work, and he starts slashing names off his naughty list. So,
Does he say that? Is that his catchphrase? You just made the naughty list, and then he kills him. Did he say that?
He does say that once. Yeah, the naughty list does come into play. The good boy girl list comes into play. Yeah.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. So movie's very violent. Lots of people. The average casual moviegoer is loving this film, and I think it's just because you see Santa Claus drinking, smoking, dropping an F-bomb, and maybe stabbing a guy and or breaking his neck. And you know what? It's all been done before. People are trying to compare this to Die Hard and Home Alone. The Home Alone's a good comparison because they literally, like, little girl last night saw Home Alone on TV, and then actually like shoehorn in a whole extreme Home Alone situation, which, by the way, wildly entertaining. Can't knock it. It was very entertaining. Die Hard, it's just, oh, it's Christmas time, and then machine guns, and people are trapped inside the perimeter. All right, like this isn't a very, it's not a good comparison, guys. Figure something else out.
Well, the probably comparisons come because if you know, Die Hard is the Christmas movie.
Me. Anyway, it is a Christmas movie. It's a very good action movie. It's a very good action movie, Die Hard. And you know, Violent Night is also a very good action movie.
You're just trying to fuck with me again. My blood pressure is getting. Oh Jesus.
Jeez. Man, you need some drugs, Mike Fish. I need to get you all the drugs. And some painkiller prescriptions. If you have painkillers, could you please get some to Mike? Just go into your parents' medicine cabinet, kids. Get maybe a Xanax, even, like.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that, don't you?
Happy vitamins.
Happy vitamins. So this movie is a lot of fun. It is not all that. It was fine for the one-time viewing. I was happy to take a 20-minute walk to my local cinema to view it. I have no desire to ever see it again. If it's on TV one day, sure, maybe. If it's on at a friend's house, I'd be like, yeah, this is a fun flick. You guys will like it. But as far as like the next holiday classic, I don't know about that. The next cult classic, I also don't know about that. But I also do remember, Dead Snow and Dead Snow 2. So take all that into consideration. But I'm giving Violent Night a 3 out of 5. That's okay.
So it's not going to become part of your rotation. You know, oh, it's Christmas time to stick on Violent Night.
Nah.
Just from the trailer, it does look like a lot of fun, though. Like, yeah,
it's not, like it.
It's not going to win any Oscars, I'm sure, but
it doesn't have to. It does the job it's set out to do. It's doing very well at the box office. They're already talking about a sequel. I'm definitely not stoked about that, but whatever. It's entertaining. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Will you love it? That's up to you. But yeah, it's not going to be on my holiday rotation next Christmas. I'm not going. When my aunt and uncle are in town, I'm like, you guys see Violent Night? No, we're not doing that.
Santa Claus says fuck.
He does quite a bit.
Is this going to be on a streaming platform in 2 weeks?
It's I forget who put it out. So, but probably 45 days seems to be the window this last year or so.
Did you hear? I heard this also talking about distribution and all that stuff. Again, credit to Not a Strong Start, where I heard this news from. Is it Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers split up?
Yeah.
Because they're sick of their shit and putting all their movies straight on HBO. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, they're hooking up with Sony, and that's going to be a very, very interesting collaboration. I'm surprised they didn't go with Universal, but it has something to do with the fact that there is no streaming service with Sony.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Universal's got Peacock, right?
Mm-hmm. And Comcast and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Here, why am I unable to find the distributor? Oh well, it's not important.
Why don't
But
you
yeah,
ask your
it'll be on.
girlfriend, Alexa?
I'm gonna give her a day off. Man. Come on, don't be like this, guy. Don't be like that.
Don't be like that guy. I'm not your buddy friend.
Anyway, all right. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be on. It would be better if they just waited till next day after Halloween for this streaming, because like, who wants to watch this in March? Who wants to watch this in August? Probably some weirdos, but still, like,
Yeah, I would hype it up next year. Like coming to streaming platforms December such and such.
coming to Disney Plus, Violent Night.
Well, Disney Plus is getting violent, so that's not too bad. They've got Deadpool in there. That's some violent shit.
That it is. That it is.
Speaking of TV and streaming, do you know what I did? Do you know what I bloody well gone and did?
What'd you do?
I bit the bullet because I was sick. Because as you know, I've been kind of between me and you, I've been using someone else's cable login.
Oh,
like
snap.
and doing like individual apps. So I have like the Fox Sports app, ESPN app, like all the different apps.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, I just broke, and so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna treat myself, and I signed up to YouTube TV.
Okay.
Basically cable. And it just reminded me of like old times. I was like, just flicking through the channels.
You can see live TV and everything.
Live TV, you got your DVR in there, you can record stuff, and it's great.
Is there an actual limit to like how much you can record on the DVR?
Probably. I haven't looked. But I remember when we first did YouTube TV last year, when we utilized like the free trial. I remember we recorded pretty much all the Harry Potter movies on there and then watched them. So yeah, but you get a decent amount at least. If there is a limit, I don't know.
Well, there's 8 of those movies at 2+ hours a piece, so
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Then it did take me back to the old days because I was flicking through the channels the other night and I came across a TV show where I'm a sucker for. Have you ever seen the show Undercover Boss?
I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I've seen it at least once or twice.
For those who don't know, Undercover Boss, it's when they take the boss of a company, put like a bit of wig on and maybe like a fake mustache, and then send them into their own business. And people were like, "Oh, is this a new guy? Oh, hey!" Like, and they're supposed to not know who the fuck it is anyway. And then at the end of the show, after meeting these co-workers, and surprise, surprise, each one of these co-workers has this super inspirational story, and I'm just working here because my mom sacrificed so much for me, and they all start crying. And then at the end of the show, the boss goes, "Oh, it's so inspirational that you did that, so I'm gonna give you $20,000 to spend on your mom," or some shit like that. It's ridiculous, but it's my kind of ridiculous. And before I knew it, I didn't know there was a marathon on, and I just stuck it on, and I just kind of just vegetated in that on the couch. And I was like,
"That's just been on long enough now. Yeah, you could run that for a day or two."
Next thing I knew, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, fuck, I should go to bed. Fucking Undercover Boss.
I feel like I've seen it happen, but maybe it was just the Saturday Night Live sketch. But like, does the undercover boss ever come across that surly employee who's like, "Yeah, that fucking boss. I tell you what, you talked to me one time and I was like, fuck you, Joe. You don't tell me what to do around here. You ain't the boss of me." And Joe's actually like under his beard and glasses, like, "Oh my God." Well, one, that never happened, but this man is scary.
Scooby-Doo red light pulls off his mouth. I am your boss. Although there was one guy who got fired on it, which made me laugh. Because they were doing like the COO. Oh, was it chief? What might have been chief? Anyway, it was one of the guys who was higher up, did like this pretend day at work. and the shift manager was just basically talking shit about the company and talking shit about I fucking hate these customers. The worst one is when old people come in. I fucking hate old people. Like, and it was just going off on everyone. And at one point, she takes the guy to one side, still with the fucking cameras in, but you could see it where she was like, right, just want to check. Are you trying to be funny because you're on a TV show, or is this kind of actually how you feel? And he was like, I'm playing up to the cameras a little bit, but that is how I feel. Fuck the customers, fuck me. And then she's like, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm one of the higher ups of this company, and I think we need to let you go. And he was like, oh, fuck. And it was like, oh, I guess he's not getting a big check at the end of the show.
No, he is not.
Because even if he didn't think she was the boss, this camera's following you. Why are you talking shit about the company and the customers? Like, fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And even at the end of the show, it did that. You know, where they just do them, just playing with their dogs or something in slow motion, and it comes up the text. Since the recording of the show, like, yeah, he's got a new job now. It's funny. Kids. Anyway. That's been the bulk of the show. So what have we covered? Before we redeem ourselves? We talked about killer robots. We talked about Kanye West's love of the Nazis, jail time for premarital sex, trampolinists, killer Santa Claus. It's time.
It's a very extreme, very aggressive episode today.
Aggressive. So I think it's now time to send people home feeling all warm and fuzzy, redeem ourselves here.
That'd be a hell of a story.
Oh, it is. It's a doozy. Get ready to. I hope you got some tissues ready, because you're going to be dabbing away. Oh, this is a beautiful story. In this week's feel good story of the week.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Yeah. What are you doing? What?
What?
Nothing. I'm sure the people that are listening to this podcast with their headphones on are loving the noise of your chain clanking on the microphone.
My pop filter. I got a pop filter for that. Don't worry about that.
No. I fucking heard it.
Yo, did you?
Clank, clank, clank.
It was a one-time thing. We won't do it again.
Anyway, feel good story of the week. I'm gonna have words with you, young man. Anyway,
oh my, we're gonna get notes at the end of this episode.
So Jennifer Hubby, she was trying to adopt a kid, and it took 5 years for this adoption to go through.
Wow.
Just before the official paperwork signed, he had the new son, the son to be, wanted to share something about his new mother. So during the November adoption hearing in Bernalillo, New Mexico, the judge asked if anyone wanted to address the court. Jennifer's son took her up on the offer, telling the judge, I wanted to say that I love my mum so much and that she's the best mum I ever had. I love her so much. An already emotional Jennifer Hubby, who began the adoption process at his birth, became choked up, and her son pulled her in for a hug. You know what? It's important to tell people you love them and they care about you, the judge said. You're a lucky guy, and I'm glad you love them. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's a good thing. Oh.
Yeah. Put it in the air.
Although, I don't want to show him. This kid's 5 years old, and the adoption process started when he was born.
Mm-hmm.
The best mum I ever had isn't much of a compliment. Sorry.
You had to be there.
It's a default victory. But still, bless his cotton little bloody socks. It reminds me, did you ever see that the movie, is it Foster Parents or something? With
No.
with Mark Wahlberg, and they've become foster parents, and it's a true based
I know
on
what
true
you're talking
story.
about. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, that movie, man. That movie.
Is it Rachel McAdams?
Possibly. No. Wait, no, it wasn't. But it's because it's based on a true story, so they have this emotional thing at the end where they adopt the foster children, and then they're all happy, and it's all and then at the end credits they show pictures of the real family.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gets you, man. It just gets you right here. I will say I did. You get a little moist around the eyes there. That moment.
Nice.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations to Jennifer Hubby and her new son. May you live a life of happiness, and subscribe to Waffle Box. Why not? Anyway, I think that wraps up another episode. God, it's gone.
75 down, 75 more to go.
Yeah. I'll wait to get to 150 and I can be rid of this guy. Just kidding. Right. That's if you want to hear more of our lovely voices or see more of my lovely face, don't forget you can check me out live each and every Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central over at the Claret Big Blue podcast, cbbpod.com, the only podcast dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and footballs for everyone's taste. I'm also covering the World Cup, of course. But Kush, where can the lovely people of the Syrup Squad hear more of your voice?
Check out some microdose. We had a fresh episode last week. We talked about G.I. Joe's Eye for an Eye. This week, we're going to go back into the classic Kush and Kai vault, and you're going to hear episode 2 of Kush and Kai Microdose, back when it was called Mini Pod. So that's you're going to hear all that good, lovely goodness. And then find me on Twitter at Kush_Hayes.
Oh, well, while you're at it, you might as well follow me as well, at OnlyMikeFish. As always, don't forget, if you are watching the video version on the YouTube, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, hit the follow button, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets. Check us out if you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else. I don't judge. Also, click the follow and subscribe button. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. But until next week, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.